Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is February 17th. It is Wednesday, 2021. Actually, today I wanted to show you the sky. The sky is just crystal clear, beautiful, beautiful clear skies. Really, really cold this morning. We were sub-zero temperatures this morning. And right now it's up to a whopping 15 degrees. I just kind of wanted to. There's some clouds over there a little bit, but the sun has been out. It is absolutely rocking. I got to show you the solar because I just looked at it a moment ago and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. But I want to remind everybody really quickly, I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. I'm not sure what I'm going to use for a topic yet, but we will figure that out. But I wanted to show you in here. On this side, we're bringing in 1.06 kilowatt hours. On this side, we're bringing in 1.65. So we're bringing in like 2,700 watts right now off of the solar panels, which is absolutely awesome. The batteries over here are at 27.03, and the arrows pointing up, meaning they're charging. It is really bringing in good power right now. I'm just like that. It's cranking, which is great. So I saw that and I'm like, oh, I definitely have to share that with you guys. But yeah, it's just, I mean, the sky is just beautiful. You know, imagine that. There's no chemtrails, nothing like that in the sky. I can't believe it. Actually, to be honest with you, but it is just beautiful as far as having some sunshine. Believe me. Now, of course, we have another storm coming in Thursday into Friday, but I'll take the reprieve of the one day here, and hopefully some things melt off with the sun beating on the roofs. You saw some dripping right there. Things are dripping off, which is good. But yeah, it's just so. Anyway, let's get into the topic of this video. Lessons learned, right? Situation down in Texas right now, still over 3 million people without power, maybe out without power for a few days. Now, I don't know how true this part is, but I saw this and I just wanted to touch base on it. I think that they were saying that about 45% of Texas's power comes from wind turbines, and that the wind turbines all froze because of the cold weather. And so they are not working. They're not producing power when they're not working. And so that obviously has an adverse effect on the power grid. So that is definitely something as well that needs to be paid attention to. Lessons learned. What can we take away from these type of events? Now, if I was in Texas right now, and we're going to use Texas as an example because they've gotten hit pretty hard, and I know it's not just Texas, but I'm going to use them as an example. They live in a climate where they don't prepare like we do up here for the pipes freezing and bursting. They don't think about that because it generally doesn't get that cold down there. God, that global warming is horrible. Oh, I had somebody, I got to tell you this. I have to, because I had said the other day. Now, I'm going to tell you what. This is what I believe is going on, and I'm not a paid scientist by the government to put out one agenda or to put out whatever information. I believe we're in the midst of a grand solar minimum, which means the planet is getting colder. Yeah, we're having extreme weather because the planet goes in cycles, and it has for thousands of years, and it will continue for thousands of years long after we are gone. Okay, so let's just put that out there right away. The whole thing with the Paris Climate Accord, how come we, the United States, have to be so responsible to try to get down to zero emissions, but China and India can do whatever they want to do and continue to pump out as much greenhouse gas as they want to? That's okay, right? So, they're only responsible for over 2 billion people of the planet. We have 330 million. So I find that fascinating as well, but I'm getting off topic here. So let's get back on topic. So lessons learned. They've learned that they better be better prepared as far as, you know, because you never know what may happen with the pipes. You better prepare them better, okay? Because yeah, it may be once in a great while, but I believe it's going to be happening more and more often because we are going into that grand solar minimum, and the temperatures are going to be plummeting. We're going to be heading into another mini ice age type of situation, okay? So that's I mean, that they can't dispute. They can't say that the sun is in a less active period of time, because that is what the sun is in right now. It is in a less active period of time. And so that's quite interesting. But again, you know, oh, there's little Miss Molly. She just came out a little while ago. She's like, yeah, I'd like to go out. I'm like, okay. The cats haven't been going out too much. Gelko just came in this morning because he decided he wanted to go out. Hello, little girl. What you doing? What you doing? You want to go back in? I bet she does. Let's see if she wants to. Oh, look at that. Right to the door. She said, I've had enough. It's cold out here. But anyway, so they've also learned that... come on. Where are you? No, she's not going to go. So they've learned relying on the wind turbines in their moving parts is probably not the best idea either, right? Now, what are people taking away from this? Hopefully people are learning lessons that, you know, we cannot rely on the system. You cannot rely on the power grid. Like I said, still over 3 million people in Texas without power. Okay? And they're saying that they're not sure when they're going to get it back on. I think that they were telling people that you're on your own. So, you know, and again, here's the best part, here's the beauty, and I want people to really take this into consideration, especially my folks in Texas. I am not making light of the situation down there at all, but when you have a power outage and you rely on that debit card or that credit card, well, guess what? They're not working. You're not going to the ATM to get money out. It's not working. So you better have cash on hand. I've talked about the importance of having cash on hand. I think it's a hugely, hugely important thing, and too many people don't think about that. They don't, you know, well, I'll just go use my card. I've seen people use their debit card to buy a pop, one pop, you know, and I'm like, really? You don't have $2 on you, cash? You know, I mean, it's, to me, that's just insanity. But, you know, who am I? But we need to be taking lessons away from these type of events. With these extreme weather events, we need to utilize them as learning experiences. And so what do I mean by that, okay? What I mean by that is, especially us preppers, okay? We take these opportunities because it's not an SHTF event. It's not the end of the world as we know it type of event. It is a localized event that is affecting a certain geographical area of the country. Take that as an object lesson and say, okay, how prepared was I? What were my shortcomings? And do an honest assessment of yourself. What were my shortcomings? What do I need to improve? Now, I had somebody in the comments say to me that, you know, they realized that one of the things that they were weak on, they didn't have a, you know, decent flashlight or, you know, like a kerosene lamp or something like that. And they basically said, as soon as things open back up, it's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to go out and get that. That's somebody that is taking this lesson, learning from it, realizing where they're weak, and correcting those errors. I always look at these type of events to see Am I weak? Am I strong? Where am I at with these type of situations? What is my Achilles heel? What do I need to improve on? Again, so a good example. I'm going to give you a good example. Now today is a beautiful day. The sun is out. We're getting great power today. In a post event, like we were talking the other day, Mom, Becky, and I said, I keep a decent amount of gas on hand. As you guys know, I've talked about the importance of keeping that on hand. Now here she comes again. What? I tried to let you in. You didn't want to go. You just want to come out and hang out, don't you? Yeah. Um, it's a good girl. Yeah, it's a good girl. Yes, you are. Um, anyway, so Mom and I and Becca were talking, and I said, this gas that I have on hand, in a post event, we're not using that for the generator to charge the batteries. We would be very much restricting our usage of the solar at that point. In the wintertime, you don't get as much solar in. So I said we would have to be really conserving what we were using. I said essentially a lot of times the solar would be off completely because of the fact that, you're not bringing in enough power in a particular day to use it. And so, now here we are. We're in the middle of winter. We have a beautiful day. We're getting a lot of sunshine and a lot of power. So if it's an SHTF event, obviously today we go, okay, we kick the power on, we charge up everything that we need to charge up, and that would be a priority, charging up different things that needed to be charged up and those type of things. And, taking showers or whatever the case may be. You can take a shower, guys, without having power. That's pretty much easy. If you have a wood stove, you heat that water up on the wood stove, you put it into containers, you take those containers into the shower, and that's how you shower. I've done that, did that a lot. Okay, so it's not that big of a deal. But obviously you're probably, it depends on what your situation is, obviously, but realizing where your weakness is really important. I had somebody else tell me, they have been prepping for a long time, and the one area that they were weak in is they did not have a wood stove, and they said that will be rectified this year, that they will be getting in that wood stove and a supply of wood. It just makes a lot of sense. It's just very, very smart, to do it that way. So I wanted to talk about really quickly another thing. Like I had somebody, was critical, which is okay. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. They don't live here. They don't know what's going on. So, but they were like, well, you buy all your wood. I've processed plenty of wood here through the years already. I used to process all my wood when I lived in Greece, New York. I would go up to my other property that I had. I'd cut the trees down. I'd buck them up. I used a maul axe to split them all up, and then I would load up my vehicle and I would bring them back to Rochester, and we would unload them and stack them in a garage, and I would do that, and we would have a whole garage full of wood for the winter time because I had the insert in the wood stove. Oh well, we had a fireplace, but I put an insert in it so that it was more efficient, and we would do that all winter to keep our gas and electric bills down in the winter time. But so. Like last year, I bought wood, okay? To me, and this is the way I look at it, I have a chainsaw, I have a wood splitter, I have my maul axe. I know what I'm doing if I need to go out into the woods and process trees. Now, there's some trees out here that I will process this year that are down, and I will buck them up and I will utilize that wood. But it's more cost effective at this point in time, because it is not an SHTF event, for me to purchase the wood, have it delivered, and just stack it. It saves me time to work on other projects. But again, there's always going to be those people that are going to jump to judgment and say, well, why are you doing this and why are you doing that? Again, I have other things that I'm trying to prioritize on and work on instead of spending a lot of time out doing wood. The cost of the wear and tear on your equipment, the wear and tear on your body, all those type of things, the time that you're using to do all that, it is just, if you can do it and you have the money to be able to do it, it's just easier to call the guy up and say, hey, bring me 3 or 4 face cord of wood. It makes it life a lot easier. So why wouldn't you do that if you can do that? Again, if it's an SHTF event, guys, like I'll give you a great example, okay? Like look over here. Got a tree down here, got a tree down over there that's hanging, okay? Those would be trees that would be utilized, okay? There's another tree over there that's hanging. I have standing dead like this one right here. That tree right there is a standing dead tree, all right? I would take those type of trees down. That type of standing dead right there is perfect. It's just sitting there waiting for me when I feel like doing it, to take it out and utilize it. So that's what people don't understand. Why am I going to cut up all my woods if I don't have to at this point in time? So that's something to think about as well. But I want to get back on point really quickly. Learning lessons from this type of an event is very, very important. I hope people are learning lessons from this event. I hope that they are taking that knowledge in, realizing where they're weak, or if this is, oh my God, this is my wake-up call moment, I hope you're realizing that what you need to do to prepare yourself so this doesn't happen to you again. These are important things, really, really important things. Most preppers use these as training exercises. That's what these events are for preppers. All right, let's see. I'm prepped. I'm ready to go. What's working? What doesn't work? What do I need to do? Do I need to do maintenance on my generator? Do I need to, make sure I have enough gas on hand or propane on hand or whatever the case may be, whatever you are using or utilizing? These are smart things to do. Self-analysis and realizing where we're weak is so, so important. Because you know what? We all have those weaknesses. We all have those Achilles heels. So figuring out, yeah, this works, yeah, that didn't work, that's really, really smart. It's really, really smart. So anyway, I am going to jump off of here for now. I definitely want to hear your feedback on this. Tell me what lessons you guys have learned in the comments, please, from this event. As preppers, especially I want to hear from the preppers. Did you find that you were weak in a certain area, and what are you going to do to correct it, okay? Like I said, we're pretty squared away up here. So, and of course, we didn't really get a whole lot of snow from this last event. It wasn't that, for us, it wasn't a big deal, okay? It's just a normal winter day, and we got about 6 inches of snow and then a little bit of ice on top of that. So it was not a, oh my God, we're going to be down for days type of situation. That's just a normal day for us up here. But, people are definitely being affected by this, and they need to, like I said, figure things out, which is really, really important. So anyway, guys, again, I will be live streaming tonight, 8 p.m. Please join me for that. I'm not sure what the topic is going to be yet, but we'll figure that out, and I will see you guys all tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Remember, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. That's really important as well. And lastly, but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that is going to stop you from reaching those goals is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. If you stay positive, stay away from that negativity, you're going to be just fine, okay? I will see you all later. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you're being safe, and for everybody down in Texas that is in deep doo-doo right now, hang in there, guys. Really, I know it's not any fun, but definitely learn your lessons that you need to learn from this event. Because the important thing that people don't take into consideration, if we have a true SHTF event, there is no training period. There is no self-evaluation. It is survival at that point, okay? So take those into consideration as well. I will see you all tonight. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.